So, you guys, it's me, Kid91, back with another video. I just got through watching a press conference of Nintendo. The reason why this is uploading so late is, have you guys ever had or ever been in the middle of a press conference and then everything just goes out? Has that ever happened to you? Like, all the power goes out for 4 hours. Majority of your food has to be cooked. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? So I go to the store and start buying me food. That's how I survived. And the power's back on, as you can see. But anyways, let's go on to the press conference. Overall, let's just talk about it. First of all, they start off with an orchestra of Zelda, very beautiful. Let's skip to the orchestra, let's go to the games. They were talking about Zelda's 25th year anniversary. And in this, they were talking about a slew of new content that was included in the anniversary. But they said it's going to be different than what Mario had. You know, Mario 1, 2, and 3, and then you get this little cheap sound disc. It's not the same. This anniversary basically is Zelda for real. Because you know what? Everything's not together. You gotta go to different places to get pieces of that anniversary. Yeah, just like Zelda. I'm gonna just say it just like that. It's just like Zelda, how you gotta go search for something. Search for the anniversary. Yeah, it's just like Zelda. So, first of all, as of right now, new DSi 4 swords. Free this fall. Or winter season or whatever. The first 200 people to get a brand new Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D this summer and they signed up with Club Nintendo, they will be able to get a soundtrack of that game, which should have been included with Zelda, but I guess they're trying to get a collector's value, whatever. And then they go on to show Skyward Sword, and they said the orchestra that we heard in the little thing is going to be within the game on the Wii, so that's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to Skyward Sword now than what I was before. And I'm almost done with Twilight Princess. You know, now that I've seen that, I'm a little bit excited with my Twilight Princess game because that last dungeon that I did was kind of boring. It really was. What dungeon was I in? The Ancient Temple? Yeah, that temple was boring as heck. That temple was lame. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, and then they said that, Link's DX, that was for the Game Boy Color, you know what? It's going to be downloadable after the press conference. As soon as you guys hit those doors, it's going to be available. And it's available right now at retail value for $6. And I'm not buying it. Because that version, like, I played Oracle of Time, I think not Oracle of Time, but Oracle of Seasons or something like that. I had got stuck on some part. I was like, I don't know. I may pick it up, I may not. I don't know, dude. I think I'd rather wait for 4 Swords that's coming out later this year. Maybe. But anyways, after that, they kind of pieced that 25th anniversary. You could tell they did. But it was decent. You gotta go get these other stuff. But it was decent what they did for Zelda. But they try to make it seem like it was for its 25th anniversary. Which it really wasn't. If these games had came out just normally, you know what I'm saying? They would have came out normally. It wouldn't have been for no 25th anniversary. If the orchestra was in Skyward Sword, then it was gonna be in Skyward Sword. Be for real. But anyways, what else? Then they went on to the 3DS. The 3DS, as we all know, needs some games. We know we need them now. You know, that lunch lineup was pretty robust. That was whack. You know what I'm saying? All I have is Super Street Fighter 4 3D and DOA, and I'm not even really playing those right now. Because I'm waiting on the titles they announced last year and this year. Where are they? Okay? So first of all, they announced, these are going to be out of order, so excuse me. The new Mario game. Hold on, you guys. Excuse me. New Mario game coming out for the 3DS. Got the 2D and the 3D form of the game. You guys really need to see a trailer of this. It's Mario. You know, no matter if it's the same or not, no matter if they use the same methods or not, don't matter. It is Mario. Deal with it. Deal with it. It's Mario. It is Mario. Okay? I don't want to hear no fanboy, oh man, it's the thing. It's Mario, is Mario. They don't mess with the formula. They don't mess with the time. It's just like if you order a pizza from Pizza and say, man, I want a hamburger, and you know how it's going to taste like. You just hungry at the moment, alright? Deal with it. The Snake Eater 3E, you guys know that. Luigi's Mansion 2, didn't really care for that series. I never actually tried the series, but once I see more reviews up and what the game is like, I'll pick it up. I think they said that it's going to be later this season. So maybe, maybe not. New thing, Star Fox 64 3D. Man, oh man, they was all like, oh, you're going to be able to use a gyro sensor to move it back and forth and play the game. You know, tilt it back and forth and all that stuff. And then you're going to be able to play online with other friends and see their face reactions while they're playing the game. And voice chat. Yes, that's beast. I can't wait for that title. Coming out in September. We gotta wait yet again. Oh, man, Anyways, Mario Kart. Trick out your car, basically customize it. Same thing, looks like Wii graphics. It looks really polished. Coming out this holiday season. And last but not least, Pit. They actually going to use AR cars within the game to battle against each other. They showed a new trailer. Looks beast. And you guys seen the gameplay. And you'll be able to play 3-on-3 online. That game looks beast. They said that's going to be coming out holiday season. I'm like, I'm not trying to be all mean and stuff like, where the games now? But I really do need some titles right now. You guys don't understand that. I really do. But it's good to know that it's coming out this year. Whatever. So they move along. That was basically it for the games, okay? Then they talked about their new console, which is called the Wii U. You know, stupid name, okay? Stupid name. Seen the controller. Stupid controller. Alright? Stupid controller. Stupid name. But you know what? It's Nintendo. It always works some way, somehow. We all said the Wiimote looks stupid. I said the Wiimote looks stupid years ago. It looks stupid. But once we seen it actually in full form, beast. Full 1080p, what is it? Wii HD. But it's been confirmed on, as of Nintendo Life. That's what they said, no Blu-ray. Whatever, that's what I have a PlayStation 3 for. Doesn't matter. What else? We seen how Zelda would look. They said this is not the real game. We seen how Zelda would look in HD, and boy, oh boy, Link was moving around. You seen everything. The clothes, moving and everything looks so real. They announced Smash Bros. 4 for the Wii U and the 3DS and said that they will be able to play together. And what the Wii U is streaming the system to itself. Like, say if somebody said, hey, I want to watch a TV. Be like, alright, go ahead. Fine, go ahead and watch a movie. Stream the Wii U to your controller and you'll be able to play the game. The problem is, it's too big. it's a 6-inch screen, and I'm worried about the price for the system and the controller. If the people think that they're gonna be buying the 3DS for $250 and then buying the Wii U for $300, they'd be all like, "What the crap? All I gotta do is just $50 away. Why not just buy the Wii U and just forget the 3DS?" And Mr. Iwata said once again, "This is not trying to compete with the handheld." You know what I'm saying? Like, you already made the statement that you could stream the game to your controller. I'm just wondering how far will you be able to play your games? The PlayStation did the same thing with the Vita. What is this deal with streaming the game to your handheld now? They might as well just, package the handheld to the controller. They might as well, let's just double say this. They might as well have the Wii U controller in 3D and just call it a day. You get what I'm saying? I'm not upset, but it looks like they bunched up a whole bunch of specs and rumors and speculations. It really looks like that. And put it as the real controller. You know how when you get a whole bunch of specs and rumors and all that stuff, and when you see the final product is not exactly what everybody saw it was, it looked exactly like what everybody thought it was. And the name looks like something that was made up by the audience. But I'm not finna bash Nintendo for that, because I know what to expect. You get what I'm saying? They always think outside of the box. And they were trying to use the Wiimotes with the Wii U. So you'll be able to use the Wiimotes too. So hopefully we'll still have that motion control, dual motion control by itself with the Wii U. And they're trying to appeal to the hardcore audience, the blood and gore. Nintendo crap is not all that good. Shooter this, shooter that, shooter. That's all you saw this year. And guess what the Wii 2 has? Shooters. Congratulations, everybody. Your games are going to be shooters. The only good shooter that I've seen was like this little alien game made by Sega. That's the only thing. And Ninja Gaiden looks beast. Yes. And they said they were going to bring Assassin's Creed to the Wii U. I'm all like, who cares about Assassin's Creed for real? But we'll see what happens. The only thing I really didn't like was they didn't give full details about the system. They didn't even give real specs on the system. I had to go to Google to see what the close-up was, and it looks like a fatter Wii. It does. It looks like a fatter Wii. They could have changed the concept. Nintendo doesn't understand that. Once you change the full concept, well, these other systems don't understand that either, because what the PSP 2 looks like is a PSP. The 3DS looks like a DS. The Wii U looks like a Wii. Make it look different. No matter if you chop off a head, kind of scrape off a little ins and out. A little difference goes a long way. Seriously. But I like how they were trying to bring back the hardcore. And let's call this system the GameCube Part 2, because they're trying to appeal to the hardcore gamers, quote unquote. And I hate all the little gripe that's going on and trying to bash the system. Yes, bash that controller. Yes, they need to make it smaller. But, hey, what do you think they brought it to the show floor for? Maybe they'll change the size, which I highly doubt because it's Nintendo. But they changed how the Wiimote remote looked, kind of, after they showed that little demo of how it looked. Maybe they'll make it a little bit slimmer, a little bit smaller. Who knows? But all I gotta say, all in all, I think it was good, the press conference. But where were the games that are coming out now? And where were the games for the Wii? Where were the games for the DS? Well, the DS is gone, but mainly, where were the games for the Wii? And where were the 3DS games that are coming out, like, right now? Like, in July. Like, right now. Seriously. Because I don't want to hear another fanboy saying, oh, man,
You guys need to wait on that content. You know, they're coming out with the games. You need to just
Stop fussing. I just want some games now because it's really nothing to play. I only have 2 games and I barely play those. So with that said, K91 out. Oh yeah, didn't I say a 3D Tekken? They will also have the next Tekken game on the Wii U. I think that was pretty much it. And before I leave, I just wanted to say that I think it was kind of like a tie between Sony and Nintendo for this year's E3 because Sony brought all of the content, even though it was boring, everything was all put well together to, announce what they had. But the only thing that Nintendo one-upped them on is just their new console, and they were trying to show that they were trying to cater to the hardcore gaming market. So with that said, K91 out. Look for a vlog for me to talk about who won again and I'll probably sum up what I thought E3 was. And you guys will know my true reactions to that. So with that said, K91 out. Peace.